artillery.
오, 조심!
Imagine a scene where the sky is choked with smoke, forests are reduced to ash, and entire communities are forced to flee. Today, we bring you the shocking story of South Korea's worst ever wildfire disaster, a crisis that has doubled in size in just one day. From record-breaking land devastation to heart-wrenching human loss, South Korea's wildfires are a stark reminder of our warming planet. What's behind this catastrophic event and how are authorities fighting back? Stay with us as we break down every detail. In the southeastern province of North Gyeongsang, wildfires have expanded at an unprecedented pace. In just one day, these fires have doubled in size, marking the worst natural fire disaster in South Korea's history. At least 27 people have lost their lives, including a brave helicopter pilot and several firefighters, and over 37,000 people have been displaced. More than 36,000 hectares of land are either scorched or still burning, and hundreds of buildings have been destroyed. Also, these wildfires aren't just an environmental and human tragedy, they're also a cultural one. The flames have threatened iconic UNESCO World Heritage Sites such as Haho Village and the Byeongsan Confucian Academy in Andong. In Wisung, a 1,300-year-old Buddhist temple, Gaonsa, has been almost entirely destroyed, with irreplaceable treasures and historic structures reduced to ashes. Amid this chaos, concerns continue to mount. Many victims are elderly residents who found it difficult to evacuate. Authorities suspect human error in the ignition of several fires, reinforcing the need for stringent safety protocols. The rapid spread of the Yusong fire reaching the east coast 51 kilometers away in just 12 hours has shocked experts and raised alarms about the future of wildfire management in South Korea. Why has this happened? The factors are both natural and human-induced. Ultra-dry conditions, with affected areas receiving only half the average seasonal rainfall, have left the land dangerously parched. Strong winds are fanning the flames, turning dry vegetation into hazardous fuel. Experts point to climate change as a major culprit. Last year was South Korea's hottest on record, with temperatures rising 2 degrees above the 30-year average. Moreover, human errors such as sparks from welding or grass clearing near ancestral tombs are suspected of igniting some of these fires. This wildfire disaster is not an isolated event. As Disaster Chief Lee Han-kyung stated, this wildfire has once again exposed the harsh reality of a climate crisis unlike anything we've experienced before. Rising temperatures and shifting rainfall patterns, driven by human-induced climate change, are turning once manageable landscapes into tinderboxes ready to ignite. Similar patterns have been observed in other regions, like California, signaling a global threat.
Artillery.
Looking ahead, the Korea Meteorological Administration forecasts a slight reprieve with light rain in the southwest. However, most affected areas are expected to receive less than 5 millimeters of rainfall, hardly enough to douse the raging inferno. With conditions remaining extremely dry and winds persistent, experts warn that the disaster could worsen if the climate continues on this trajectory. In response, the government has mobilized an unprecedented effort. Acting President Han Duck-soo described the situation as nationally critical, with emergency crews deploying more than 9,000 personnel and over 120 helicopters to battle the flames. The military has even released stocks of aviation fuel to keep firefighting helicopters in the air, all while the unpredictable winds and dry conditions continue to thwart their efforts. South Korea's wildfire catastrophe is a sobering call to action. It's a vivid example of how climate change, combined with human error and extreme weather conditions, can lead to unimaginable destruction. If you found this video informative, please hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more updates on global environmental challenges. Stay safe, and let's work together to protect our planet.